Aries, thank you so much for joining me in this extended. I truly appreciate your patronage. For those of you who are new, welcome to the community, all right? So let's just jump right in. I want to know what's going on here. Okay, we're going to use the Aquarian Tarot. And I'm going to start by, actually by clarifying this Four of Cups. I want to know what's got you feeling a little down. What's got you feeling a little down and a little bored and a little sick of your job? Clarifying the Four of Cups for Aries for this December shift, please. Why is the Four of Cups here? Interesting. Four of Pentacles. Perhaps someone is staying at a job for the money. Staying at a job because they're afraid of losing stability. They're afraid of taking their power and stepping out on their own as the Emperor. Afraid of stepping into their power because essentially the Magician, the Emperor, this is stepping into your power. King of Swords. And there's a real, in this Four of Cups energy, there seems to be an inability to change the circumstances of your life and a bit of a feeling of stuck helplessness, like, God, why won't something happen? Why won't this shift? And the Four of Pentacles can be a bit of fear of instability, fearing that if you really choose to work with the element of fire in the fullness of your power, that there's some sort of instability that will come your way. Fearing of losing resources. With that Four of Pentacles. Something else wants to come through this. Yeah, okay. That's why you're looking over at the Magician sort of forlornly. I'll show you that. See how this Four of Pentacles or Four of Cups person is looking over here at the Magician and the Four of Pentacles. I'm being shown how these Four Pentacles, it's like the four elements that the Magician has on the desk. It's like you've got all of the tools at your disposal. You've got connection to a higher guidance or higher inspiration source. You've got heart, right? The energy to give and receive. You've got, I'm seeing this as like one pentacle in each hand. You've got the capacity and the ability to carry this out. It's like you've got all of the elements at your disposal and yet you're sitting on it. Why are you sitting on this? When you've got all of the elements at your disposal, but you're sitting on it, let's ask, why is Aries sitting on it? Why have they felt unable to move forward? Yeah, Three of Wands, you're kind of just waiting for your ships to come in. You're looking out on the horizon, waiting for those ships to arrive, looking out towards the future with hopeful expectation. It's a really positive, fiery card, but there's something here about perhaps you're waiting. Maybe you're waiting for the resources. Maybe you're waiting for a little more stability. Very well could be. Let's see, what has Aries been waiting for? What has Aries been waiting for? Threes. Yeah, Three of Pentacles. Waiting for the materials. Waiting for the structure of what you want to build. The Three of Pentacles in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck shows people working together to build something. Hence the three, the energy of three. It's like waiting for all of the pieces to be in alignment, including the people necessary. So what I'm actually seeing here is you waiting on the resources. Here you are, waiting waiting on the resources, the stability, the stable resources, and waiting on the people that can help you build this. Maybe you're waiting on the money, you're waiting on the place, you're waiting on the money, you're waiting on the people, whatever that is, whatever this means for you. It's like you're waiting on all of the resources to come your way before you can move forward with whatever this is that you want to create. And waiting, I think, has been this really sort of difficult emotional struggle, it seems. So let's clarify this Tower, shifting out of the Tower energy for Aries. Why is the Tower energy here? What are you shifting out of? The Five of Swords. So some sort of conflict. We see this person here having to pick up the pieces after these two have left the arena. They've left the battle. So it's sort of like pick your part here. Typically I read this card as you are actually, and I got this from Lindsay Mack, wonderful tarot teacher, that you are actually these figures here walking away from this battle. Because the thing about it is this person can only really fight this other one, you know, this other energy can only really continue the fight if there's someone to fight with. If you put down your swords and say, I'm out, I'm not doing this anymore, then there's no one to fight. There's nothing to fight with. And maybe this is someone in your life, an energy in your life, someone at work. This could be a person, you know, or it could be a job itself that has had you in conflict with yourself, and you finally decide to stop fighting yourself, to stop, because the swords are mental energy, to stop fighting this mental conflict over and over, spinning the wheels and clashing truths. Interesting that we have the King of Swords, you know? Deciding to walk away perhaps was something that shook up your world, or someone else deciding to walk away was the Tower, the lightning that struck your tower and shook your world. Perhaps for the better. Sometimes we need catalysts like that can feel quite painful. You know, the energy of the Tower and the energy of the Fives, these are not the easiest energies to navigate. You know, they can come into our lives and feel quite painful and quite disruptive, but it's those experiences that are often the catalyst, and that seems to be very clearly happening in this shift reading for you. Is like that's the catalyst that actually puts your focus onto what you want to create and what you want to make, and gathering the resources to do that. Because the interesting thing is that here you are waiting for the resources to come your way, and the Magician, and yet this whole time in all of these, you know, the reading on YouTube and this reading now, I've been saying, you have all the tools at your disposal. With the Magician, you have all the tools within you. It's just a matter of focusing in, honing in. Here's something interesting, Aries. You're waiting. You're in fire energy with the wands, but you're waiting for earth. You're waiting for pentacles. You're waiting for something concrete. That's the element that you're waiting on, earth element. And what's interesting here is I see you then just making a shift and choosing. I said over on the other reading, the other half of the reading, that you decide to choose fire as your element to work with. Out of all of the elements on the Magician's table, you're over here as fire, waiting for earth. It's like you realize, I don't have to wait for earth. I keep waiting for earth. I keep waiting for the physical resources to do this thing. And then it's like, as the Emperor energy, you have this realization, I don't have to wait for that. You know, maybe that's what's causing this mental conflict within you, back and forth, staying engaged in battles that you just don't need to be engaged in, because you think you are You think you need these physical resources that, listen, yes, we all need physical resources, but maybe you don't need them as much as you think. Maybe you actually, if you choose, you know, Raichu or whatever, I wish I knew Pokemon to make a better analogy, but choose the fire element, and suddenly you step into the Emperor, and then it's like, if you choose fire, look at that, Pentacles come. Maybe you're sitting here with your hands crossed, frustrated, waiting for the Pentacles. It's like you may wait forever. If you continue to wait for these Pentacles, at some point you have to choose fire. Work with your inner fire and go from there. You know, it's like work from the muse, work from the place of passion and artistry and choice, and just go forth with your passion as much as you can with whatever resources you have at your disposal. That's the magician, making something out of, you know, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents, make that $1 out of 15 cents. You know, it's like you get creative is what I'm trying to say. Get creative with the resources that you do have available to take whatever action you can, and then watch suddenly what begins to what actual tangible resources do begin to come your way once you're no longer in stasis. You choose to begin to move things along, get that fire movement going, and then that earth energy will move. Because here's the thing, earth energy is not typically fast moving energy. You're waiting for things to happen in the 3D. You're waiting for tangible things that you can touch to come in and help you out with this. Those are not typically fast moving energies. It's like they aren't always going to move on their own. Fire, however, is a much that energy moves much faster. Harness, I just saw 1212, hanged one energy, which is like hanging in suspension, right? Waiting for the fire, waiting for the inspiration, the enlightenment, the moment, you know? And I think the moment is about fire. Remember, the sun, Emperor, even the Tower card is Mars energy. Mars is in Scorpio now, you know, like deep, taking action on all this deep stuff that's been coming up over the Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. It's like Mercury just did all this work in Scorpio for us to bring all this stuff up for us to mentally sift through and understand, and emotionally. And now Mars is coming in there, cleanup crew, you know, like, all right, let's take some, right? Let's crack some knuckles, take some action on all this stuff. I think you harness the power of fire to get things blazing and moving, and watch how that fire will actually move the earth. It will move the tangible physical resources you need into place, but they are not going to move without your fire. That's what I'm trying to say. Those tangible physical resources will not move without your fire. So that's why you can't stay in this Four of Cups energy. They're not going to go anywhere. They're not going to move. They're not going to move. What else can you tell me about this Tower for Aries? What is this catalyst? This intense Mars energy. Okay, the World, some sort of ending. I saw this in your pre-shuffle as well. Yeah, you know, somebody walking away, something coming to an end. And from the looks of it, with the World card, it's a huge cycle coming to an end. It's not a small ending here. You know? It's not, oh, well, that didn't work out. It's a huge thing. Could be. For whoever is resonating with this, it's a huge, and it doesn't have to be like a breakup, although it could be leaving your job, although it could be, you know, it could also just be like a huge cycle of continuing to engage in battles with yourself, that it's like, enough. That's what's coming to an end. And I do think with the Tower, there is some sort of tangible catalyst that happens to kind of shake your world up, even if it's just like a reading like this, or like some, you know, something that clicks in your brain and makes you go, oh. Because even the Emperor, it almost looks like they just had that aha moment. Like this raven came in and spoke. It's not a raven at all. It's a very strange looking duck raven. Anyway, the raven comes in with a message, typically. Mars in Scorpio. Coming in with a deep message. And it's almost like the Emperor is like, oh. See that? Come on. Cracking me up. Okay, so let's get some clarity now on this Emperor energy. What is this choosing to use fire? What is this Emperor energy about for Aries? It's just like stepping into who you are. That's amazing. We got hanged one. Hold on. I saw that earlier in your reading, right? Hanged one energy, 12-12. And here we have it, number 12. The hanged man, the hanged one, hanging upside down, waiting for the inspiration. And it's like, oh, that's the message. Oh, that's who I am. That's what I have the power to do. Oh, that's the action I can take. I don't have to keep waiting. I don't have to keep waiting for this. I can let myself down off of this cross. Wow. Ooh, I'm sweating. That feels really relevant for someone. Sorry, I'm getting it. Okay, I think that's what's coming to an end. Putting yourself up on the cross time and time again. For something in your life. Another person, a relationship, a job, some belief that you have that your dreams aren't possible, and so you just continue to like sacrifice yourself over and over and over and over, like hanging. That's the image that's coming through. It's very specific. It's for you. It's not necessarily the meaning of this card, okay? The image I'm getting is you tying yourself back up onto the cross over and over, continuing to engage in this fight. Even if you do walk away momentarily, that's like you come back and you're like, okay, let's do it. And you pick up the swords again, you tie your foot back up to the top of the cross and you hang yourself upside down. Okay, let's suffer some more. Let's suffer some more. Why? Why? That's what comes to an end. And fire, Mars energy, is the catalyst for that. You don't have to keep sacrificing yourself. And I think that's what the Emperor realizes. Coming into this lion energy of like power. Why else is the Emperor here for Aries? Yeah, exactly. Chariot, wanting to move forward. When you're in Chariot energy, it's like you're ready to go. You got all your stuff packed. You're wanting to go. Interesting that the sword is here. It's signaling to me to clarify the King of Swords. Noted, got it, gonna do it. You know, you got your star in your head, your North Star, you know where you're going. You got your sword of truth. You got all your stuff packed, and it's like, why aren't we leaving? Why aren't we going anywhere? It's because you need fuel, fire. Okay, let's clarify the King of Swords. What's this truth that must be spoken? Yeah, here you are sitting on it. More stagnant energy. Every card for stagnant energy has come out here. Sitting here, vacillating between the two, not sure which way to go, blinded to your own truth. Not so much with the King of Swords. Not at all blinded to their truth. Like slicing through this energy of like, I don't know what to do, so I block my own way forward. No, I think the guidance here, Aries, is just make a decision. and make a decision to just do it, to just go after it. That's using your Aries fire. Just say, I'm just gonna do it. I'm going after it. Okay, let's clarify this 8 of coins. Shifting into now this productive energy. Yeah, here we go. The gateway to your happy fireplace. Okay, 4 of Wands, more fire, by the way. The gateway to where you're trying to go. Exactly. This is the portal. Choose the fire element, work with that, and then the other resources will begin to flow in. But first you must cross the fire threshold. That's what I'm seeing. To come into union. Often this card is about marriage or whatever, but it's like, for me, I'm seeing this as coming into union with fire energy and earth energy, but that can only happen once you fully embody your fire. Okay, why else is, and then let's see, why is this King of Cups here? Actually, King of Cups for Aries. Ooh. Yeah, the Queen of Fire. God, there's so much fire in this reading. Exactly. Because you've mastered your inner fire. You have brought up that inner fire, that ability to create inside of you has now been unleashed. That passionate creator has been unleashed. And so you're like, oh, suddenly my emotions feel more accessible to me in a way that feels balanced. And it's like, well, yeah, because you've come into your fire, you've crossed that threshold, and now you got something to do with your hands. Aries, you need something to do with your hands, my friend. You know, that's just the truth. You've got to be working on something. Okay, what else? What is this 8 of coins? What are you working on? I just want to know. What are you working on? The Magician just flipped. Yeah, okay. Knight of Fire. Moving forward passionately. That's what it is. You're working on something you are truly passionate about, and you're moving forward with it in a tangible way. Interesting too with the 4 of Wands, because this is essentially a structure. Number 4, structure. The Emperor. 4, structure. You step into the structure of your creativity, and bam. Structure in the real world appears, you know, begins to form itself for you to truly work on that. Amazing. Aries, we need a postcard from the liminal space. That's what we need in this reading. Postcard from the liminal space for Aries, please, as they shift into this beautiful, productive fire, creative fire. Exactly. Yes. Frickin' praise be. Look at this. No one is coming for you. It's harsh, but listen, this person here in the 4 of Cups is waiting for something to happen in their life. Waiting for some magic ships to come in, and it's like, listen, no one is coming for you. Sandra Bullock in Gravity. Sandra, no one is coming for you. You've got to do this. You've got to save yourself here. Wasn't that part of your November shift reading? It's like you're falling from the tower. Holy crap. Those of you who haven't seen it, go back and read that November shift reading. This camera's gonna die, but I'm like really hoping it doesn't. Keep it on for us. You're literally, this is what I saw. I saw you falling from the top of a tower, and then halfway through the fall, you're like, hold on. I'm in the matrix. I control this. I control myself. The spoon does not bend. It is you who bends, Neo. And then all of a sudden you're like, I can create my world. And you do. That's exactly what's happening in this reading. December, Aries, December. Let's see what else wants to come out for you, Aries. Anything else for Aries? Yes, 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 yes. Hold on. Okay. You now come down. It's like all your ideas up in your head, up in space, come down into the earth plane here with come back down to earth. Yes, it's like, and you get the reset. You get the reset. This is a reset for you. It's a new, this is what I felt with the sun coming out. This is the sun coming out. This is the dawn of a new day. This is a reset. This is the chance to actually build what you have been wanting to build this whole time. Aries, that was beautiful. Thank you for such a lovely reading and sharing your energy with me. And again, thank you for your patronage and thanks for joining me here. All right. I wish you all the best in December. Happy holidays, and I'll see you on the flip side.